So what do you do when the people meant to protect your child are the same one pulling the trigger? 18-year-old Ryan Hinton was fatally shot by a Cincinnati police officer. Less than 24 hours later, his father allegedly ran down a retired sheriff during a graduation ceremony. The media's calling it a tragedy, but here on the Culture Debrief, we call it what it is: a system malfunctioning in real time, hiding behind edits, badges, and the same recycled playbook. Let's unpack it. What's up, y'all? Thank you for tuning into the Culture Debrief, where we break down the latest drama in Black culture. Because let's be real, if we don't talk about it, who will? So let's slow this all the way down, because before we even get to the infamous 6-second body cam clip, we need to talk about the setup. And I say setup because the official story is leaking from every corner. Police say they were tracking a stolen 2021 Kia Telluride using GPS. They located the car already parked in East Price Hill. Inside, they find 4 teens, including 18-year-old Ryan Hinton. So far, nothing extreme. Then what? Police said they approached, the teens run, the officer chased. Within 6 seconds, Ryan Hinton was unalived. Now let's pause real quick, because these are the questions I really want to know. Was the car moving or parked for hours? Who was actually driving? Were the teens just chilling or asleep like some early accounts suggested? And did police even ID Ryan before sprinting after him? And most importantly, is that 6-second body cam clip all there was? Or is that just a snippet they want us to see? Because let's be honest, when police drop body cam footage, it's never the real story. It's the part they believe helps their case, the part they can spin. What's missing? The moment they pulled up, the commands, the dialogue, the decision making, everything that actually matters. So now we got a chase that we didn't even see start and a lethal unaliving we saw end, all within 6 seconds. So let's talk about it, because we're supposed to believe that in those 6 seconds, the officer identified Ryan, saw he had a gun, allegedly watched him raise it, processed the danger, drew his own weapon, and delivered 2 fatal shots. 6 seconds? This isn't justice. This is training. This is reflex, a deadly one. Either this was a reckless overreaction or the video was edited to hide what really went down. And honestly, both can be true, because when the body drops in 6 seconds flat and the questions takes weeks to answer, someone's stalling. So now let's just zoom in on the footage itself, because what we saw was just 6 seconds of blur, breathing, and bullets. The video was so low quality, it could have been filmed on a microwave. You can't even see a gun. You can't even see Ryan's face clearly, just movements, then gunfire. Yet from that tiny shaky clip, we're supposed to accept the police version as gospel. And here's the kicker. When folks demanded the officer's identity, the department hit us with Marsy law. You know, the law created to protect victims, not officers who just fire fatal shots at an unarmed team. So while Ryan's name, age, past, and photos were everywhere within hours, the cop who pulled the trigger, anonymous, protected, untouchable. That's not justice. That's state-sponsored invisibility. Now, if the footage wasn't enough for you, what happened next might. The day after Ryan was unalived, his father, Rodney Hinton Jr, viewed the same body cam footage at police headquarters. Reports say he broke down, left the room, and hours later, he allegedly drove through a crowd at a graduation ceremony, killing retired Deputy Larry Henderson. Prosecutors didn't even hesitate. They charged him with aggravated murder, painted it as calculated revenge, and locked him up with no bond. But let me ask you something. What happens when a father watches his child die in a government office, then walks out into a world that doesn't care? This man didn't just lose a son. He lost him to a system that won't even say the shooter's name out loud. Is what he did right? Absolutely not. But was it the result of unimaginable grief boiling over? Absolutely yes. That wasn't vengeance. It was collapse. So now let's address the favorite cop-out, pun intended. Police said Ryan had a gun. Sure, but here's the truth. He never fired it, not once. Let me remind you that this is the same country where Kyle Rittenhouse walked around with an AR-15, unalived 2 people, and still got to plead his case in court alive. So what made Ryan different? His skin color. Black gun ownership is never treated as a right. It's treated as a threat. White boys get stand your ground. Black teens get he looks dangerous. Possession does not equal aggression. But you'll never know that looking at how quickly Ryan got turned into a villain with no trial. So within hours of his death, Ryan's past was being broadcasted like a rap sheet reading. Mugshots, old charges, unnamed juvenile incidents, classic. Meanwhile, the cop, not a photo, not a name, not even a department issued statement with accountability. Just he feared for his life. The media played their usual role: clean up the officer image, dirty up the victims. It's a PR machine with a badge. This isn't about a shooting. This is about what happens when a father and a son are crushed under the same weight, just decades apart. Ryan was trying to live, his father is now trying to survive, and both are casualties of a system that eats black men alive, whether by bullets or by breakdown. Rodney didn't just lose his child, he lost hope. And when people lose hope, the outcome is never clean. This wasn't just one family's tragedy. This was a generational implosion caused by a system that breaks men, then punishes them for shattering. Now, the family's bringing in private investigators. The NAACP wants a third-party review, and the city says they're cooperating. But we heard this script before. Independent oversight, let the process play out, transparency. Spoiler alert, it usually ends with a press conference, a payout, and zero prison time for anyone wearing a badge. So unless full footage is released, unless officers are named, unless accountability actually shows up, this is not justice, it's damage control. So Ryan Hinton didn't get a second chance. He didn't get a warning. He got 6 seconds and 2 bullets. His father didn't get therapy. He got a cell, and we don't get clarity. We get spin. So if you're tired of the edits, tired of the silence, tired of the same system playing out with a different name, like this video, subscribe, and comment below. Because if we don't tell these stories, they're going to get erased.